All right, Yogi. So we start with some more subtle aspects of ourself. I'm in a nice seated position on my block here. I'm just kind of shaking my shoulders out, closing my eyes. And what are some of the initial or even more main goals we're working on in yoga? These mental, emotional aspects, things like presence, that's a big one. Coming into stepping into the moment, connecting to the body, connecting to the breath. Those are really functional ways we do that. So I slow down my mind and my body, focus my attention inward. So there's two other mental aspects we're always working on: focus and attention control. So we have presence, focus or concentration, and attention. And those are really all an intention as well. Remember that mental health is a really big goal, objective, or a pillar of health in our yoga practice. So we're not only doing things for the physical musculoskeletal body, we're not only doing things for the breath, but building our ability to become more present, to recognize what that is and benefits. We're also reminding ourselves to control our attention, set more clear intentions, and concentrate and focus. If you're just joining, yogis, we're starting in a meditation, looking at some aspects of our mental, emotional bodies. Another thing we often recognize is our kind of attitude, mood, emotions. And you know me, I like to suggest gratitude meditation. All right, yogis. Let's get right into some movement and some breathing. Let's slowly make our way to standing. So really, yogis, the goal is to keep more intention practice, keep more concentration, focus, and these are all aspects of meditation, okay? So you come to the top of your mat. I'm just gonna get you flowing in some sun salutation. If you know it, you can kind of go on your own and add things. You can maybe turn up your music for a little extra energy, all right? Let's take a nice big inhale here, and a nice big exhale. Here we go. Think moving and breathing. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. High plank. I keep it easy as a demonstrator because you guys know more. Okay, inhale is gentle cobra to start. First down dog, maybe a couple extra breaths, a little extra movement, feeling out your body. You're starting some deeper breathing. You're starting much more muscle activation. Remember that even in yoga, yoga comes from this ancient school of philosophy called Samkhya. It's one of the 6 original sects of like Hindu and yoga philosophy. And it's all based off what's called the gunas, the states of the energy in the being. And it all starts with tamasic. It's like low energy and like negative is there and, lazy. And we're all first trying to go to tamasic, like really heightened energy. All right. On the inhale, let's bend the knees, look forward, make our way to the front, and let's start to flow and breathe, yogis. All right. Nice and smooth. We inhale, half lift. This is our cow pose. You can see my back. Exhale, you can see the cat posture, right? Inhale, we stand up. Exhale, we posture. Inhale, we stand up and reach. Exhale, we forward bend. Inhale, we half lift. If you're feeling up to it, maybe some push-ups for upper body strength, since this is a little bit more of a power strong class. Inhale, Cobra 1 or 2. Exhale, down dog, maybe just one breath this time, unless you feel like you need more. There's many ways to do your sun salutation. Often though, you got to recognize, my yoga teacher said it well, what you think you need and what you need are most likely very different. On your inhale, let's bend the knees, look forward. Can we do like 3 to 4 more rounds? I don't want you like looking at the screen about thinking about what I'm instructing now. I want you to just get into your practice, open up the body, blood flow, heat, energy. That's our first objective. Our first objective was meditation. Second is energy, turn the body on, wake it up more, flush it. If you're feeling excellent, you're doing maybe a handstand already. If you're feeling tired, more meditation, more child pose, cat cow, right? You can add things. This is still linear. You can swirl the shoulders and swing the arms around, more dance-like if you're a dancer. If you never dance, come on now, get into that. I'm really sore today from 2 days of working out, so I'm demonstrating, remember, the knees, chest, chin. The chest traction, less strain on the arms, because I did actually weighted push-ups, right? So my shoulders are really sore. I'm not really going to push any push-ups right now. That's how I modify it from my body. If I didn't work out in a few days, lots of push-ups maybe. Dharma Mitra, right? What you need and what you think you need are often very different things. I'm going to give you the last 30 seconds here, guys. We're going to do next little slow flow is going to be more complexities. We're going to get into the asymmetries. We're going to get into your lunges, your squatting chairs, and we're going to get to your twists and laterals, your side bends. So if you're just joining, we did a nice meditation where we started off in some sun salutation stuff. You get cat cows in there, you get planks, you get big back bends, you get inversions. It is a really intelligent, well-rounded start. It's also very safe. It can be difficult or easy. So it's really a nice start for a big group. Listen, guys, I want to keep it going, all right? Let's meet standing, Tadasana, so you come back to posturing, right? So you know me, I like to mix the biomechanics, exercise physiology with our ancient yoga traditional practices, and they both agree. Taller spine, yogis call it the axis of the universe, better energy flow, kundalini, shakti movement, prana. And the modern exercise physiologists, they're like obsessed with posture and pelvic tilt, right? Good posture, guys. Second flow of class. You can move at your pace. I'm going to do a slow flow. It's moving, but we'll pause for a few moments. Chair pose, let's do it. Let's call it first squat. I get into that chair, I want to turn my legs on. First kind of big stimulation, weight bearing in the legs. Okay, so a couple fundamentals. If I'm feeling good, I might go a little deeper. Okay, big inhale. I'm going to skip the vinyasa for now. Exhale, forward fold, inhale, half lift. We'll step back to down dog. Right to three-legged dog. Right leg rises. Option, open up your hip. This is a really nice stretch. If you need stretch, you stay here. If you want some muscle activation, right hip down, left heel lifts, point right toe. See the little glute post? Remember, it's like a bridge. The leg is going behind me to activate the butt. So if you haven't been doing enough strength, yogis, the leg pulse. If you have been doing enough strength, you might add the open hip or a little combination of both. I give you instruction, but I do give you responsibility to make the choice. That is my style of teaching, all right? Big inhale, right knee to forehead. Let's step our right foot forward. Slowly your first lunge, high lunge. You can do warrior one if you'd like. I like to get the high lunge, more stimulation in the toes, especially if your lunge isn't developed, all right? Arms up, couple breaths in that sturdy lunge, the foundation. Remember, a lot of times, lunge is too rigid and sticky and tense. So adding a little bit more kind of like, I've had you do a lot of this stuff. And just a reminder, where are you at in your journey? And we're going right into some postures. So not too long of a hold. Big inhale. You're going to step your back foot in, maybe seal your back heel, maybe hands on your hips. Let's hinge. For more strength, we don't worry about range. We're up here, engaging those thighs. Right hip back, it's called pyramid. Easier is back knee down. You want more? Stretch, hands on the floor, forward fold deeper. Okay? Only a couple breaths, yogis. These are classic postures, but now you can see it's the asymmetries, okay? Listen, bend in front knee, hands on the floor. Slide your back foot back, right arm high. Maybe you need a little extra movement. We do this often, but I'm gonna hold, focus on breathing, all right? Right arm reaches high, left hand presses down. Right knee bends, left leg straightens. Turn the chest up to the right. Let's breathe, yogis. This is first big twist for most of us. So again, maybe not forcing anything. Deeper twisting is riskier. If you have back pain, remember kind of less range, slower. It's a little softer maybe, right? Okay, big inhale. Right hand down, seal back heel now. Warrior two, windmill open, left arm back, right arm forward. Bend front knee, gaze forward, yogis. It's basically our third lunge. The first high lunge, let's call it a back bend. The hinging in your pyramid, let's call it a forward bend. Then you had twisting lunge. Now you have open hip lunge and hip rotations, right? You can see the biomechanical strategy. The more strategy and intention we can have in our sequence, flip your front palm up, take your big side bend. It's called reverse warrior two. Yogis, we're only doing these postures like once. You're gonna see them a little bit again, but so make them good here, guys. Okay, side angle. If you wanna do triangle, that's fine. We're gonna do some postures. You're allowed to change it a little. Reach forward, right forearm, right thigh, knee. Pull the ribs in, lengthen the side. Top arm reaches forward, turn the chest up. Half bind, I'm demonstrating. Left hand inside the thigh. Deeper is hand on floor. Full bind for a big shoulder opener. If you want the full bind, yogis, tough. Your right elbow has to get kind of inside behind the right knee crease. Internally rotate at the shoulder. And the hands meet behind the right hip. Eventually, your right hand actually grabs the left wrist. Middle finger meets the thumb there. Okay, and you straighten that left arm behind you. Big shoulder opener. More strength would be basically hovering limbs, less kind of assist from arms on thigh or floor. More core, more legs. All right, now go slow. Reverse warrior two, just windmill it open. Let's keep it going. These are all basics, right? Windmill down, listen, right arm to the sky, walk right foot back. Good old side plank, we're taking care of all the basics. Right arm high. You feel good, lift the top leg. You feel a little bit not great today, you put the knee down.
Side plank, second side. Don't overdo it. You know, it's the first, you're on one arm for the first time here with all your weight. Or what do they say in side plank? About 60, the EMG chart, like 64% is an average number of your weight in the arm. So, you know, if you weigh 120 pounds, then you got 80 pounds in your arm, you know, it's a big one. Okay, so you're doing your second side plank. You get an optional Vinyasa Chaturanga, optional child pose cat-cow, optional handstand, chin balance. You get a moment for yourself. We're going to do this one more side, and then we're going to kind of pick it up a tiny bit and get off the beaten path, okay? So we're going to meet back in down dog. You guys are doing your thing, listening to your body. Left leg rises. Remember, I'm trying to encourage each class personal practice development. So you're learning to, you're getting the opportunity to create your own. I'm getting out of your way. You know, it's been 2 years on Zoom. A lot of you's been with me in person for a while. I have to give you the opportunity now to have practice come from within, not make you dependent on me. Okay. So we're in left leg rise called three-legged dog. Open the hip would be stretchy, really good some days. But some days I got too much energy. I just drop that left hip, point that left toe, lift that right heel, that's the bottom heel, and I'll pulse the left leg up. I want that butt to really hit hard. All right, so what do you need? You can also do like core crunches here. That's just a couple suggestions. I won't give too many options. Okay, some of you are ahead of me. That's cool. You know, I'm just going out of pace here. Left knee, forehead, go slow there. We'll step our left foot forward, get our lunge going. This is slow flow now. Okay, just making you slow down so you can feel every little thing. And get your nice lunge in here, foundational. Lunge is an exercise you should probably get really, you know, aware of and understand your mechanics in it well, right? It's a foundation. It'll change your walking. Okay, so you're in that nice lunge. You're bending those knees. Really, lunge is bent knee. All right. It's upright. It's more back bend because anterior tilt, hip extension. Most likely, your back's arched more, unless you're like this. Still here. Okay. So let's go forward bend. Straighten front leg. Step back foot in. Left hip back. Lift chest. Hinge. Left knee can be bent, yogis, especially if you have back pain or if you're just not feeling great. I didn't sleep that great last night. My dog woke me up like twice. So, you know, I might be taking it easier just because of that. We're doing our pyramid. Yeah, push down on her back. Oh, wow. Got kids jumping on our back. Okay, low lunge twist, guys. Bend your left knee, left arm to the sky. Close your eyes, deepen your breath. So what are we practicing in yoga? Remember the beginning. More presence, more internal awareness than external sensory perception. So you gotta close those eyes. That's why I always tell you that. The eyes are for the outside. We're trying to go inside. Close those eyes, feel the body more. That's a good way to encourage a very simple way of remembering internal awareness. Feel more, okay? Left arm to the sky, low lunge twist. Okay, go slow, big inhale, left hand down, windmill open. This is a long lunge moment. Warrior two. Warrior two position, right heel seals. After this, practice will get a little bit more exciting, okay? So we're in warrior two, shoulders back and down, gaze is forward, neck rotation. Remember this idea of your elbow crease rolls up, but your palm rolls down. That's the same cue in down dog and plank and in handstand. It's called lateral rotation in the shoulder, but pronation in the hand. You can do it. You can turn your palms up and then keep the elbow crease up, turn the palm down. Okay? Bend the front knee, flip it, flip palm up, left arm goes high. That's our big side stretching. This is second tier of warm up. Okay, side angle, left forearm, left thigh, top arm reaches forward. I think everyone knows these poses. Just try to lengthen the left side body. You know, we get crunchy in that bottom side. Notice if you arch the back, pull the ribs in. Notice if you round your spine forward, lean the upper body kind of back and up and open. Work that side angle, yogis. I don't teach this one enough. Okay, warrior two reverse. We got one more little kind of pose here, guys. It's one more round of side plank. So you did the side stretching there, the lengtheners. Now, windmill down, left arm up, revolve low lunge, walk your left foot back, side plank. Second round, let's get that basic done. That's the repetition, the memory, the weight bearing. It's the hips combining with the core, with the arm out on the side. If you have fancy versions, if you want to do like a wild thing, left foot behind you, you can do, I've taught probably 10, 15 different variations of side plank work over the time. So add things in. Make it fun, right? You don't have to do the linear, the stiff. If you can change it in a way that makes you a little bit more enthusiastic, okay? Side plank, second side. Some of you are ahead of me. You're doing your Vinyasa Chaturanga. Some of you are skipping the side plank. Nice. Down dog, yogis. We'll meet there. Take a breath or 3. I want one more chair on the way out, but we're going to add the twist. Okay. So we're back in down dog. Think about it, the symmetrical legs now and the hinge rotation, just functional biomechanics. You got to practice this regularly. Okay. We're back in down dog. Inhale, bend knees, look forward, make your way back to the front of the mat. Remember this whole flow? You did a chair in the beginning a while ago. Feet together, chair posture, boom, right into it. Second chair, but add more complexity. Hands in prayer, hinge, rotate, elbow on outer thigh. You guys know it. It's classic. It's biomechanics 101. It's the bent, lift, the twist. But train your body to bend over and pick up stuff on the floor all day long from your kids, from your your dog, from you're messy, you got stuff all over the floor. You gotta do it every day. Bend over, pick it up, right? That's what we're practicing. Hand balancers, you go for your side crow. There's also a toe balance variation. Last moment on the first side. This should be a difficult moment for your legs and your core. Try to lengthen your spine. Pull your left knee back if you're twisting to the right. Okay, chair posture. Come on now, sit low and twist. Right elbow, left thigh for a lot of us, it looks like, or second side. More internal self-study and awareness than external sensory perception. Train your mind and awareness, intention to go inward. That's called yoga.
That's called beginner yoga, right? Let's go slow. Stand up, please. Squeeze the butt, lift the heart. First position. First position is really seated today, but this is our first kind of active reminder. Stand tall, yogis. Last basic. Warrior 3. Hinge, left leg back and up, chest comes down. If you want to do reverse prayer, fist behind it. That's a good one. Elbow bind or even palms together. If you want to do standing splits, we already did hinging. We did pyramid, you're ready. Okay, if you want to go for further range, warrior 3, standing split. Handstand hops if you got it.
Hands plant. Bottom heel might lift, reposition that foot, lift that top leg, and then big hop onto those hands. So big opportunity for an inversion, if you'd like. If there's any place to do it, yogis, power strong yoga. Nice, Sana. Looks good. Ladias, that's really good form, Jamie. Nice, Stephen. And remember in gentle yoga, we do like a very small hinge. It's like I said, you can go deeper in warrior, and standing split would be further range in warrior 3, but there's always like going less. That would be like a gentle warrior 3, right? Some of you take the gentle yoga, I have you bend over a tiny bit. All right, we're just gonna basically go side to side so you can have a really good go at holding that hinge, okay? When some of you are still going, don't even worry about warrior 3 if you're working handstand or something. Just skip warrior 3, do a lot of that. Work a posture that intimidates you and challenges you more. All right? Warrior 3, second side. You hover the right foot. Look at me. So this would be like gentle yoga, right? Nice bend in the knee, nice integrity in my core, strong back. This is good stuff, guys. You don't need to go down here for it to be good. But you got to find those days where you choose uncomfort and challenge. You have to remember that basically fitness is 101 is just like the more it challenges you, the more it changes you. If you always do easy, good luck. It is in the struggle where you build character. If you always try to avoid the struggle, it's almost like the opposite. It's gonna make you, psychology might say that it makes you like less happy. A healthy psyche chooses challenge. Overcoming challenges is how we change and grow and build healthy mind. Okay, so a lot of you are doing the warrior 3. Some of you look done. Nice, Brian. Nice, Anna. Yeah, time for coffee. Or tea. I know, I'm sipping my coffee too. All right, let's go. Little core work. Gotta get that core. Ideally now it's something symmetrical. You did all the basics, right? Warriors, twist, hinges, side angles, done. Side planks, right? Let's go. Yogi squat. Take as long as you need here. If you wanted the arm balance, crow. You're feeling good? Let's get going, guys. Back body activation. I want the strong hip thrusts. We got to be doing this once, twice a week. Hip thrust in fitness is where you bear the most weight. It's either leg press, it ain't squat, it ain't really deadlift. For most people, it's hip thrust or leg press. All right, let's do it. Fingers face forward behind you. Thrust the hips up. You're gonna notice a nice shoulder stretch because this is the opposite shoulder position of your chaturangas and down dog. Okay, they're behind you. Inhale down, exhale up, pause. Inhale down, exhale up, pause. Let's get going. Now look, guys, is my back arching and my hips dropping? No, watch. Pelvic bone up, up table. Okay, people say this is too easy. I got you. Left foot on the outer top thigh knee area. Right foot down. Watch me here. Single leg hip thrust. Letting the knee open. Lift the left hip, drop the left knee. Drop the butt down. Lift it up. Pause. It's more of a one leg. The glute, the right glute is going to hit hard there. Don't overtense your neck now, yogis. This is going to be hard on the shoulders. If it's a little too much on the shoulders, core is more of my intention. Do bridge. That's totally fine. Up table is a little bit more compound. It's more arms learning with back body, right? It's more full, well-rounded body, but bridge is more, just kind of beginner or basic for the body, fundamental form. It's rehab. It's just gonna be easier for you, right? Same thing, okay? If you're doing one leg, please do the second side. We already did the lateral core, right? The side angle, the reverse. We did side plank. Okay, so now we're hitting the back posterior core, butt, hamstrings, and lower back. Nice. Looks good, everyone. Just try not to tense the neck a little bit and try to press the big toe down and the heel down equally. Okay. Nice, Leslie. I like that. You got your foot on a block there. That's a lifted one. Really like that. Yeah, and you shake it out. Come on, let's do another round. The more it challenges you, the more it changes you. I mean, I work with people personally. So once in a while you run into a person like, yeah, I'm like, what's your objective? Like, I want to get strong. I'm like, okay, I want to change as fast as possible. I'm like, okay, what exercises do you hate as much as possible? Like, what challenges you most here? That's what you do. You know, it's all has to be, the more emotional it is, the more you're going to transform. If it's not emotional, nothing's happening. You know, and if as soon as you understand that, it's not going to happen every day, but a couple of days a week, you might go for those exercises. You're like, oh boy, I don't want to do it. You're like emotionally right even before it starts. You're not even doing it yet, and it's intimidating. That's why I tell people too, like if you're a yogi, like go to the yoga teachers you don't like. Go to the yoga styles that make you really uncomfortable. Because if you selectively choose your yoga teachers based on they got to fit your idea of what a good yoga teacher is, good luck changing, you know. That's why I try to be a multidimensional teacher. So I can feel that, give you some stuff you like, but also make you do some stuff you don't like. So yogis, we did the side. You're on the second round hitting the back line. We came from the side, the back. Okay. Now you did two twists too. A nice long one, nice bent over one. We'll get the twist again, but I want to go front core. I'm going to keep it pretty basic today because this isn't a yoga core class. How do we feel? A lot of it compound. Hip flexors through quads, through abs, right? Through crunch. It's the high boat, low boat. Inhale, low boat. I'm gonna go. Look at this is the cat. This is the cow. Noticing a trend. Watch this one. This is the cow. This is the cat. Cow, cat. Right for the back line. This is the cow. This is the cat. Every basic exercise has that, yogis. Okay? Inhale, exhale. Go slower on the way down. Round the spine to articulate the abs. If you want to add a little bit more, inhale, reach your arms back. Exhale, back up. Complexity would be twist. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, twist. I try to break this one out every few weeks. Right knee, left shoulder, elbow. Inhale, this would be neutral. Left knee, right elbow. So I am alternating sides. It is the lowering down, that's the eccentric, we call it the negative, that actually will build, that will trigger more strength response in the average person. It's not actually the sit-up. It's the going from the high to the low with control and resisting any momentum and falling backward. That's your negative. It's just like if you want to teach people to do a pull-up, you help them up and you say lower down as slow as you can, and they're shaking and they're hitting it, right? And then you help them back up, and then you lower down, you say, you try to stop midway. Try to stop 3/4 way down. You're trying to teach someone to do a push-up, lower down as slowly as possible, pause, help them back up or push back up, you know, back to child pose. That's how you teach any action, the negative, okay? So you did your back core, your butt, hamstrings, lower back, but we're not done yet. We do really got to hit the lower back because hip thrust really isn't that great for lower back. It's going to be butt and hamstrings. Now you're hitting your hip flexors of front. So we went side, back, front. I want to go back one more time. Now I'm going to get going. Abs are overdone. Abs are overrated. I know a lot of people with six packs, I really don't think their core is that strong because their butt and their lower back's weak and their hamstrings are weak. All right, listen guys, take a moment, shake it out. I want to hit the back body. This is lower back training. I do this a lot. I do this in a lot of different ways. I want to try a new way. I think we did it once or twice recently in the core class. You're going to need your pillow. If you don't got a pillow, a rolled up blanket will do well. I want you to think active Cobras. This ain't no stretch, guys. I'm going to put, for me, the goal is to press your big toes down, activate your legs, right?
And I'm gonna let the chest dip over the bolster. Easier is to kind of put your hands on the floor to start. Arms down by side for most of us, up and back. Look, I'm gonna lift higher because I have my bolster. Now, I have to put the bolster a little lower for me. You gotta play with the bolster. Look at this. It takes me into like a more hyper cat. Watch. Bigger, stronger cow expression. Look how high I can get up. It allows me to activate in ways normally I cannot. Feet stay down, yogis. My feet are not lifting here, yogis. Come on, let's get our active back body.
If you want to do regular Cobras, that's fine. But I do want something to really, how can we do a strength class and not focus on your lower back? Bridge is not enough. To be clear there. A lot of people do bridges and they're not hitting lower back at all. You know, you're hitting like maybe like 10 to 20% of your, check the EMG charts. How much lower back is hit? How much lower back activates? What percentage of muscle fibers and lower back arch hit and bridge? It's very, very low. Okay. The reason it's really good for your back is because it's strengthening your butt and your hamstrings more, right? Now, provide support so that doesn't have to be so tense. But we need an exercise that's really hitting the lower back. Okay. I want 2 rounds today. I want 2 rounds because we power yogis. You guys feel that, everyone? Everyone feel it? Everyone looks pretty good that I can see. Nice, Stella. You're getting up there high. Nice, Jamie. Jamie, your bolster might be a little low, but you know, I'm just observing. I might be wrong there. Who can feel it? Who doesn't feel it? Nice, Leslie. Your bolster might be a little high, but again, you know, we all have different bolsters, and you know how athletes do this. They lay over the big inflated exercise ball and they hook their feet under something, and they can like curl their body like all the way over, big hyper range, right? And then they lift really high because the ball is like a big supporting prop. It's fuller range. In the gym, they have this back extension machine. You hook your heels, you're at an angle, and you lean over it, and you come back up. That's going to be more butt and hamstrings. It's going to be a good amount of lower back, but this is going to create the rounding for the actual lower back action. All right? If you don't round your spine, you're not dynamically extending the spine. Most time when people train back, guys, they stay in extension. Look, back stays locked, back bend. So you do, wait, you get a trainer and they're like, okay, we're gonna train the lower back, right? They're gonna have you do Romanian deadlift a lot. We do that like crazy, but the back doesn't go in a dynamic complex action, right? It just stays in the arch, which is an isometric form of it. We're doing the dynamic form, okay? The moving of the back. 2 rounds is for beginners. I do 5 usually, but hey, I'm gonna stop you there in case you're new to it. Child pose, let the lower back stretch for a moment. We got 20 minutes left. We got to finish up here, guys. Let's keep going. Let's stand up. We're going to go right for it. It's a little bit bigger practice. We did the dynamics. We did all the basics in the lunge. I actually grabbed a strap today, okay? Many forms of strap. I got my big one here, but I also have this really cool prop called an infinity strap. I do not work for them, but it's this little cool strap. It's a little bit less drama with loops and stuff. We're gonna go for it today. What we're gonna do, can I just show you quick? We're gonna do this here, guys. We're gonna hold here. It's standing, boom. We haven't done this in a while. It's been, you know, maybe like a year, right? I think we did it last fall or something. And then we're gonna go here. Right? And then we're gonna go here, twist. So we're using the strap today. Maybe some of us don't need the strap. Maybe some of us wanna go knee like this. There's more and less, strap is middle. Strap around left foot first today, guys. Let's do this. Some of you are ahead of me, but I just gave you the quick visual so you're not like having to think too much. So I'm holding my strap here. The strap allows me to stand up tall. Remember, bending the knee is kind of half-half. I said this is easier. Straighten the legs would be more.
trying to lift my chest and pull. Okay? A lot of work here.
These are peak postures today. You want to reach your opposite arm up, right arm up here. That's nice. You want to work on your breathing. Remember, every single yoga pose, when you're in your self-study, right? That's yoga. More internal awareness than external sensory perception. That has got to hammer home that sentence. I also always say, like, focus your attention inward. That's how I cue it. More internal self-awareness. It's the mantra. Okay. Left leg opens if you haven't. I know this is a tough part. I'm trying to go for endurance and complex balance. Your right hip should start to like burn and you got to shake it out and it locks up, right? So you're here. We don't have weights. So what do? We mimic one leg for a long time. Trivikram. Just notice my left hip is down. People do this one. That's another one, but just to be aware, this is first one, hips level, okay? Right hand on the strap, left arm back. These 3 in a row. We're not doing half moon today or revolve moon. Not doing triangles today. Looks good, yogis. Just notice the upper body rounding posture. Yeah, a lot of these have to quit here. That's the point. Train till failure. That's fitness 101 as well. Okay, back to center. Let's slowly release. Give it a little like loosening up there. Some of you are going at your own pace. Ooh, I like that, Anna, with the wrap around the back. Yeah, you feel that butt, right, Brian? That standing leg, that's actually the main focus, right? That hip has to lock out. You know, what do you see in therapy, yogis? You see this. Flexion against extension. What also do you see? In the stretchy way, look. It's all the same. This is shortening. This is shortening here, the opposite. Obviously, we're going complexities where the leg comes out and you twist, but that's the basic, the forward back. You're just doing it active. Okay, let's do it. One round only. Make it a good one, guys. I'm giving you like 2 minutes per side at least. Got to give you time here. Come on, get that strap in there. Straighten the bottom leg. This ain't, beginner, you haven't bent the knee, but no one in here is a beginner. So I want to be clear, you're working, I want you to think like dancer. You're like locking the bottom knee. Eventually, you are that. You don't see the ballerinas on stage, they're like that. There's this integrity through the standing, through the posture. Then they're reaching that leg out, okay? The next part is where the right leg opens to the right, so it's the open hip. It's triangle half moon style. Nice, Brian. You might want to grab that strap a little closer because you're here. There it is. Yeah, nice. You can do little leg swings. Yeah, not too much movement today, guys. We'll do some therapeutic movements tomorrow. Nice, Leslie. Yep, wobble boards, always a good. Can't go wrong there. Okay, and the third part is the twist. Remember, it's like the 3 planes, forward and back, side, and then rotational. It's funny, like the open hip one's more like a little bit more hip rotation, and the forward one's more the spinal rotation, or the twisting one, right? Yeah, this should ache, right? This should be work right now. Yeah, shake it out. A couple of you is doing that. Nice. So we got one more thing to do, yogis. It's this. You already did 2 strong back bends. Here, active, done. Here, active, done. We don't need to do wheel locust today.
We don't need to do up tables. You're done there, right? So this is our back bend. Look, crunchy forward bend being pulled forward, knee bending, hip flexing, side twist, right? Tomorrow, let me show you how we're gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna have you do stuff like this, look. In dynamic form, it's gonna be nice, right? So you're gonna revisit in Simple Sundays in the dynamic stretch form. That's tomorrow. So now we're gonna try our last thing. Warning, easier, right hand, right foot behind, left arm up, the bow. This is a beginner posture. If you want to try it, don't force it. Right foot in the strap now behind you, bends. Okay, you could go like this, it'll be a different variation, or here. Then I start to kick and I'm here. I don't teach this that much. I want to encourage spinal length, bending left knee to start today. The bottom knee is actually bent in this one to start because it's bigger, guys. It is new, it is beginner, but it's a bigger expression in the body. Okay. So again, let me show you with this strap, just in case you need one more visual, guys. How do I do it? Strap around behind me over the right shoulder. Hands up above, lengthening, lengthening. Maybe walking my hands down, lengthening, lengthening. Okay? If you want to try it,
Power strong yoga. If there's ever a place to do it, we'll do it on Saturday. Last few moments. If you'd rather do camel, that's a very good substitute. If you'd rather do floor bow, awesome. Those are all in a similar expression. Okay? Looks good. Just try to drop the right hip down. Looks good, everyone. Try to look a little more forward there, Brian. Nice, Stella. Kick stronger. Okay. Everyone I can see looking pretty good. Just try not to like release like a slingshot. You know, you're in this big posture and then you're like, psh. The king dancer, right? Eventually both hands will grab the foot and then you'll bring it to your head and then you'll release one hand. Then the ballerinas just do it active, right? They just release their hands and their foot's still in the back of their head. King dancer, right? It's the dancer pose. It's the ballerinas. All right. So you're going to release that. I want to give you, this is final back bend, guys. We're not doing active pigeons. This is the back bend. Okay. We've done cobras. We've done active lower and upper. We did pretty good, right? And then this is the big one. So second side, and I'm going to give you another 2 minutes. I want you to get into your practice here. After this, I'm going to have you hold inversion, legs up the wall, headstand, and then maybe a stretch or two. We've pretty much been stretching all class though. Work your back bending, guys. You can do other things if you need. I won't take offense, okay? If you do yoga training with me, personally, you walk in the first day and I'm just like, repeat after me, I take no offense. And then 10 minutes goes by, repeat after me, I take no offense. I take no offense. No one can offend me, no matter what they say. I have control of this, emotions and mind. No one can offend me. I don't care how much they disagree or what they say or do, how bad things they do. I will take no offense. That's one of the main mantras we learn, self-control and emotional intelligence. I take no offense. You can't offend me, guys. All right, that's the practice. That's the attitude practice. All right, so last minute here, get one more round in if you want to get better at this. You can't just do one quick round and, you know, it ain't going to get no easier. Remember, if it challenges you, it's going to change you. One or two people still going. There we go, a few more. Nice, Jamie. So that is the, you know, yeah, the hand to the foot is the one we do more often. Just to be clear, remember, if you grab the outside of the foot, you're in like a neutral rotation. It'd be much more restricted. So if I go open, look at the crease of the elbow turns out and almost slightly up. Look at that shoulder open. You're going to get a lot more freedom and range. You're going to be just less restricted. Look at that. That's the tough one. Grab the outside. People will just go back, grab the outside like they do bow, but it's unilateral. So right, boom. See the shoulder turn. Looks good. Nice, Anna. Try to look forward though. You know, drishti, remember? Awareness of where my eyes are, body follows eyes. Challenging the eyes to be more intentional. Some other postures we do like this, guys. You know, we do it down here a lot, right? We've done this. It's been a while, but you know, we do it here, right? We do it in pigeon, right? With the strap. Those are all kind of the same, right? I don't teach like super big binds often. I don't want to force flexibility. I find yogis get hurt more in hyperflex complexities. Pigeon, reach back, twist, side bend, and then grab. That pigeon pose, people get like hurting all the time. I don't teach this one that much. You know, I teach like intense strength. I'd rather have you get hurt in strength than in hyper complex flexibility, especially closed chain like mine's. That's just the easiest way to get hurt, probably. Strength is worth it. Hyper flex and fancy poses, probably not. All right, you guys look done. No one's doing this anymore. One or two of you maybe. Let's keep going. Let's finish up here, guys. Okay, so let's make our way down to the seat. So figure four is kind of done. All the hip stretches are pretty much done, except maybe your thighs. You know, if there's other things you want to do, that's okay. But I'm going to do like inversion. Classically, in Enda yoga, particularly, easy would be legs up. This is the safest way to get into full inversion or shoulder stand. It's not through plow. It's legs up, press to the soles of the feet, lift your hips, one leg up, both legs. So you don't come in from this hyper weight bearing flex. You come here, from here, and then you get out this way too. This is a really good bridge practice, by the way. Also, we've done it. You know, I don't get to teach wall yoga because we don't all have a wall, but this stuff is really good. Here, you hold the hips, you go here. Headstanders, come on, go. If you still have some power and you want to do a little forearm stand or handstand, you're working on one of those big postures. Don't wait, yogis. You know, those postures demand constant consistency. You take days off when you're trying to get handstand, good luck. It's all about memory. It's all about repetitive memory. You know, so learning is creating the new, so learning, trying, making mistakes. Learning is creating the new neurology in the body. This is just anatomy now. Every time you learn, you literally, like your brain changes its form and neurons are connecting, new firing patterns, and it's developing through the muscle body. And every time you kind of do it again, you're remembering it better. And those neural connections like reinforce and develop further. And every day you kind of take it off, you're losing it. You know, every day you don't do it, you're basically losing it. Okay. Remembering is how you keep those connections, like doing it again, or anything. So last, I'm going to give you another like minute or two, then you'll have a moment for a stretch of choice. So inversion hold. Nice. Looks good, everyone. Saturdays and Thursdays are going to be kind of like our main inversion days. Sundays will be a little bit more release type days, therapeutic a little bit more, and core is a little less kind of arms and core on Tuesdays, right? If you never get to take the core classes and you're looking, again, I reach out to me on the Zoom. I think I have like 250 classes. They're all just pre-recorded. I just put them up there for your use if you'd like. I think there's like, 100 different core classes up there. So give you some different looks at how we train the core. And I do have a ton of yin classes. You get bored on Saturday night, you throw on a little audio book, some music, and you do some nice stretching and meditation and hold the yin class. They're up there for you guys. I got gentle yoga, chair yoga, some meditation classes, power, hatha. They're all up there for your use at any time you like. All right. So listen, guys, a lot of yous are still going, but half of yous look kind of done. A stretch.
You know, we didn't really do straddle, guys. You know, we did the leg out and the strap, but you know, this might be good. Okay. Another thing I might suggest would be the quadricep, front of your thigh, good old front of the thigh, something like this. You know, what's a stretch you need? Thanks, Angelica. So this is something you need here, guys. Again, what you think you need and what you need is probably very different.
So let's take a nice stretch here. Release a little tension. Slow down. Nice. You might want a pigeon pose. I just tend to think that's like overdone. When I say hip stretch, you tend to see people going there. So I just mention that because you guys all know that one so well. I do pigeon a lot. I do straddle way more, and I always stretch my quad probably more. But you know, we all have different bodies, and you know, in 10 years, I'll probably look back and change my opinion. So. You're doing your second side, I hope. If you want another stretch, maybe a spinal twist. We did a few, you know, the standing big one, maybe in your core crunches, your lunge, and then your chair. But if you need a kind of little stretchy one, you could do a nice seated twist.
You could also lay on your back and do a twist. How can you release your body intentionally here? Just remember, this one, guys, if I do up here, posture tends to hurt more, but look, it's the back of the shoulder a little bit more. I get a big stretch right here, spreading the scapula from the spine, right? That's a really nice stretch, even goes down more. If I do it down here, I want to get a little bit more of a chest stretch. So I just intuitively mix these two in. They're both really fantastic stretches. You'll get that different upper body quality though in the different twists there.
And you know what to do. We, finish up with a couple releases, and we revisit how it all started. The subtle bodies, the meditation, the idea of presence. That's kind of the first deep look at the mental and the thought body, and controlling the emotional and subconscious body, right? The going on autopilot mind. The first thing is really calming the body. If you want to really get basic, it's like, be still, be quiet, no fidgeting. That's like meditation 101. They don't even give you a big task because they need you to look at just how the body's acting. It's like asana, right? It's like the physical aspects of your meditative practice. You still the body, you might encourage the mind to slow down. So you want to eventually either lay or sit. I'll let you decide. I did laying meditation last night. I went a half hour deep. I had a pretty good one last night. So the first thing I do, maybe a breath or two just to become present with myself, connect to the body, more internal self-awareness than external sensory perception. Okay. And then I'm already starting to concentrate and control my intention and setting intention. But I went way bigger intention. I went long term. What's my intention long term? I pictured myself doing a lot of different yoga retreats and yoga trainings. I also pictured myself like traveling a lot and seeing a lot of new places, getting paid a lot more for yoga. That's an intention I was visualizing last night. I was doing active meditation. And I was picturing all these long-term goals. I was stepping into the vision, the long-term intentions of my future. I was having the body and the emotion and the thought experience the future before it happens in reality. So the vibration is already happening. It's bound to happen now because I'm going to stay with it. I got my intention set, my desires, and I'm focusing on it. All right. So closing meditation. I'm going to leave you guys here today. I do have to get to my next class tomorrow, 7:45 a.m. Don't miss it. It's a little bit more of a therapeutic class. Be a very different practice. Nice feel good. But have a good meditation. I really appreciate you guys showing up. Good work today. Namaste, yogis. Have a great day.